Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video, and in today's YouTube video we're doing something a little different. I've only done this one time on my channel. A lot of other people do this a lot more than I do, but this is my second ever time doing a ranking video. I ranked all the Saw movies. There's probably a decent amount of hot takes in that video too, just because, I don't know, in this franchise is going to be my most amount of hot takes so far. I will be doing a ranking for Nightmare on Elm Street because I did just get done watching all those like 2 days ago as well. I watched all the Friday 13 movies like Monday, Tuesday, and then we're done. But I thought I'd mention I do got a decent stack of them, and I pulled every Friday 13th copy I have off my shelf currently because some I want to just show off when I talk about that movie. But I do want to tell you in consideration, if you guys do not like hot takes, definitely you do not want to watch this, or you do, so you can give me hate in the comments down below, which I don't care. You want to give me hate, give me some hate, because that still boosts my channel up some more. But I am gonna say, I don't base it on like a critic's point of view when I'm doing this. I base it on if I enjoy it or not, and if I don't enjoy it and it's your guys' favorites, well, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be on the bottom of my list because I just did not enjoy it. So for example, let's think of something. A lot of people hate, say, the Fred movies. I find it kind of annoying, but I find it entertaining as well. So maybe I should do a ranking video on those. But either way, it's one of those things, like, people give it a half star, I probably give it like a 1.5. Like, it's one of those things. I enjoy it more than most typical person. Now, there's some in the Friday 13 franchise, and Fred the movie's kind of a bad choice because I still am not the biggest fan of it. Like, it's not that I'm trying to be different here, because I just have memories with some of these, and they're just some I really enjoy. Like, some have better kills than others, and most of the time that's why I watch slasher franchises is for the kills. The horror aspect of a slasher film was just so much better. Friday the 13th is definitely in the big three for me. The big three to a lot of us is the same for me. It's Freddy, Jason, Michael for slashers. They're kind of the three franchises that defined the slasher genre the most. If you think about it, those are like the big three that just defined the slasher franchise the most. Like, yeah, you do got Psycho, you got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like that came out before some of these other big ones, but these are the three that really made it big to me. Three that I really love, and soon enough, and like later on this year, I will be doing a more updated depth ranking on the Friday 13th franchise. This one is more so just me gonna tell you guys what ranking I have them in. And this ranking, one more final thing before we get into the full-on ranking, it does not include Freddy versus Jason, because to me that is not a Friday film. That is a Nightmare on Elm Street film, so I want to throw that out there now, get that out the door, and bring in the other 11 films. Those are the ones I'll be ranking, because when I do my Nightmare on Elm Street ranking, Freddy vs. Jason will be in there, because it gives off more Nightmare on Elm Street aspects than Friday the 13th, and I just thought I'd throw that out to you guys now. But without further ado, I'm going to shut up now and just get into the ranking. Alright, so I took a short break in between these two clips because I went and watched a movie that I've been wanting to watch forever. It's called Cube. It's a sci-fi horror thriller type movie, and I love it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the ranking. I'm going to have to add so many clips together just because of the fact I don't have them all laid out exactly. And some are only in here, so I'm going to have to like pause it, pull them out. And I'm going to have to like pause it so I can write down my list probably. But first things first, we're going to pull all the movies out of my favorite thing in my collection, the Scream Factory box set. The box on the bottom is a little destroyed, which I do find a little annoying knowing how much I spent, but all that matters to me is the main artwork. I know other people may find that annoying that it comes destroyed like that, but to me, the artwork's all that matters, and owning the movies physically. So, we're not going to be talking about the bonus material, but if we were to talk about it, these are fun to watch if you're a huge Friday the 13th fan like I am. Second favorite out of the big three. My favorite is Freddy by far, so I cannot wait to get into the ranking for the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. But yeah, we got the bonus features. If you got a Scream Factory box set, you get the Blu-ray as well. At least if I'm not wrong with Blu-ray. Yeah, it comes with a Blu-ray, and it comes with another Blu-ray for disc 1 and 2. So they are Blu-rays. And I never looked at the discs. I have watched it once, but I never paid attention to the disc artwork. So I do know which one I give number 11 to. And I'm saying 11 because I'm not including Freddy vs. Jason. This will be going in my Nightmare on Elm Street ranking, like I mentioned before. So I'll take that out of the stack. So I know a lot of you guys would expect Jason Takes Manhattan here, but it's not. I actually enjoy that one, so it's higher up on this list. I'm not going to say where it is, and I'll talk about why I enjoy it when I get there. But it goes to Jason Goes to Hell. This one barely has Jason in it. All around, I give this a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and that's kind of how I got my ranking. So, like, on Letterboxd, you can make lists and stuff. I don't put money into Letterboxd, but I did make a list of my ranking, which is another reason I'm going to write them down on paper if I forget. But Jason Goes to Hell, let's talk about it for a minute. Jason's barely in it. It's just whack. Like, it's all over the place. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll still rewatch this. I used to never be able to finish this. Never liked it. This was the first time I've ever been able to finish it. And my favorite part about this is definitely the ending with Freddy's glove pulling Jason's mask down. It's definitely my least favorite from the franchise, though. Even if you were including favorites, Jason, this is still the worst. And that's, like, I don't know why I compared to that. I'm just saying, if you were, that would not be at the bottom. But this is my least favorite. I don't know how many people out there really enjoy this one. I find some redeeming qualities about it, but the way they introduce the whole Voorhees family, and there's, like, there's 8 films before this one, and we've never got no mentions of Jason having sisters or anything like that. And in this one, they decided to just bring them in. This kind of connects the Evil Dead movies with this, with the Necronomicon, I want to say that's how you pronounce it. But it kind of connects, and that's why I would love to see Ash Williams versus Jason versus Freddy, like, something like that. It was supposed to happen, or else it was Michael or something. Something like that was a comic, and I would love to see that implanted into a movie. And they could have easily connected with this, but they did Freddy versus Jason instead. But there you guys go. That's my little short talk about for Jason Goes to Hell. I'm not going to talk full on depth with them, but I do want to show off like some of the reversible artwork with them. So they have like the same disc artwork as the cover. The only different things about them is unrated version and theatrical version. The cover art that you could switch it to is the same. The only thing different would be the back artwork, which I never figured this out until now. The back artwork's the only different thing, because there's that back, but I prefer this one. It's like him in hell. And the whole movie says Jason in hell. Jason Goes to Hell, whatever. He's barely in hell, so another thing to me, because he's more on the earth controlling other people's bodies. But yeah, Jason Goes to Hell at number 11. Alright, so coming in at number 10, we actually have Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. It's not that I won't rewatch them. I love all of these. I can rewatch all of them. As of now, used to never be able to finish 2 of them, and I'll get to those 2. This is just one I've never been the biggest fan of. This was actually a close contender for my number 11th spot. Just, it feels off. The telekinetic girl was not a fan of her story. Her story was kind of dull, and I definitely do still find this enjoyable for some factors, but nonetheless, just ain't a fan of this one. But yeah, there's not much I can really say about this one. There are some redeeming qualities with it, and that's why I like all of them for what they are. There's always 1 or 2 redeeming qualities that make me want to watch it again. But yeah, that is my number 10th spot. Now, this is going to be a big shocker to a lot of you guys. I do respect this movie for what it did to the slasher genre, and that is the original Friday the 13th. And yes, I'm not showing off my Scream Factory one, I'm showing off my Steelbook. For the ones I have Steelbooks with, I'm going to show the Steelbooks off. So we have the original. Just wasn't a fan of like the way they did the story for this, but with it being out as old as this, I still enjoy it. It's 3-star out of 5. I love anything from Friday the 13th, the original, up. I love pretty much the whole basis of it. So, Friday the 13th, the original, just, it's one of those things, you have to respect it no matter what it did for the horror genre, the slasher genre. Like, yes, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, there's Scream, there's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there's Psycho. Those are like some of the bigger slasher movies that defined the slasher genre, but the big 3, in my eyes, are Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. Those 3 really define the slasher genre for what they were going for. But yeah, kind of ironic. I'm filming this on not Friday the 13th, but Thursday the 12th. So the cool thing is, I could say I'm holding tomorrow in the palm of my hands. But by the time you're seeing this, I'm going to be holding today in the palm of my hands. Kind of ironic, I can actually say that. I made that joke on Instagram. I found it funny. I don't know, I find it kind of funny. I've never thought about that until now. And I'm trying to think, coming in at number 8. Okay, I'm on 8 already. Coming in at number 8, we actually have Friday the 13th Part 2. This would be higher up on a lot of people's lists. I do enjoy it. Again, let me show off the Steelbook artwork. Not the biggest fan of the Steelbook, but once I get every single one, once they all release, I'm missing 2 that are currently out, and you guys can tell which ones they are. I need Part 3 still, and then Part 4, I need to get those 2, because then I'm trying to build a huge Friday the 13th collection, a huge Nightmare on Elm Street collection, and a Saw collection, kind of like the horror genre. These 2 shelves are full of horror, and I'm trying to build them up. Now I'm going to be moving these movies right here, and the ones stacked are duplicates. But then we move over to these. It's already about to cross over to this row right here. So yeah, I need to really start moving those. But Part 2, I really love the story to this one. From here up, I don't really find anything bad about the movies besides maybe like 1 or 2 nitpicks. When I give them 3 stars, I really enjoy them. But when I give them like 3.5, 4, 5 on Letterboxd, I don't find many things about them. And I rate them based on how much it enjoys me. And this one, the original Up, really enjoyed me. Like, I really enjoyed them. They didn't enjoy me, but I enjoyed them. Yeah. But Friday the 13th Part 2, I really liked this one for so many reasons. But it just can't go higher up. This is my favorite look for Jason. Baghead Jason was just something else. I really liked it. Better than the hockey mask, in my opinion. I wish he kept this look throughout more of the movies, but sadly, coming in at number 8, I want to say, because this would have been 9 or 8. Either way, it's like 7 or 8. I'm losing track of the movies because I did the Goes to Hell, the New Blood. If I'm not wrong, it was New Blood. Part 1. So this would probably be 7 because 9, 10, 11. This is 7. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. I'm sorry. I'm not keeping track of the numbers, but I'm just going through from worst to best. It's Part 3. And there's a lot of reasons I like this, because this one we get the iconic Jason with the hockey mask. I do prefer Baghead, but another thing I would like about this one is the kills. A lot of things about this movie I just find so enjoyable and redeeming to the movie. There's just so much about these that I'm not going to talk about, but you guys should know by now if you've seen these, if you're watching them. But if you guys have never seen this and you're watching this video, go check out the Friday the 13th franchise, because you're missing out if you love horror, slasher, genre movies, because these movies, they don't meant to take serious. You're not meant to take them serious. Maybe the original, nonetheless, but they know they're not meant to be taken serious. The people who made these, because for crap, he went to space, he went to hell, he went on a cruise ship. They're not meant to be taken serious. But there you guys go. That's so far my ranking. I have the stack of ones I need to go through, so I'm going to pause the video again, go through, and pull out my next few. I think it'd be 6, 5, 4, and then I'm going to save the top 3 for the last part of the video. Alright, so moving into number 6, we actually have one that you either love or hate, and for me that is Jason X. I used to always hate this one, and I could never finish it, but after actually being able to finish it, I really enjoyed it, shockingly enough, to have it up higher on this list. It would have been actually my number 10 on this list if I never did get to rewatch it. So I'm actually happy I really did enjoy this one this time. It had not the greatest CGI and stuff like that. If I'm like, some of the stuff in this is terrible. Super terrible. But then you have some great characters, some of the better kills in the franchise. And the reason I'm not going to talk much about this is because I'm trying to get through this so it's not the longest video, and then I can get it uploaded for you guys tomorrow. But I might talk about my top 3 is going to be a little longer talk about because of my top 3. But Jason X, the basis is Jason in space, and it's not terrible. I do love the look of Uber Jason. Like, that one's actually a pretty cool look for Jason. Just the whole basis of this movie, like, it's pretty entertaining nonetheless. But it comes in at my number 6 spot. It ain't any better than the ones I have above it, and it ain't as bad as some of the other ones as well. But yeah, Jason X. Gonna move that over there. And then the reason I'm not gonna be showing off my Scream Factory copy of this is because I actually have the Blu-ray, and I've had this one for a long time, so I thought I'd just show it off. And coming at number 5, we have The Final Chapter. Now, I really, really do love this one. This one, we get the introduction of Tommy Jarvis. This one, I didn't remember much of it with a rewatch, but I love it a lot now. And I love Corey Feldman. The whole time I was watching this, I was like, Mouth versus Jason. Wow, because if you guys don't know the Goonies, Corey Feldman is an icon. In my opinion, he's great, and he's done some of my favorite movies of all time. Final Chapter being one of them, not of all time, but this is one of my favorite slasher films. It's not the best of Friday the 13th, but it's still up there. He did the Goonies, some of the Turtles movies, the live action ones. He's done so much. There's a lot to list for him. But yeah, The Final Chapter's coming in at number 5. Moving into number 4, this might be another hot take. This is one I think you either love it or hate it, and that is Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. This is one I watched a lot growing up, and I did enjoy it. I never did get the concept of why the copycat killer, but then after rewatching it, now that I'm a little older, I kind of get the basis. It kind of feels like a Scooby-Doo type unveiling at the end. Pretty enjoyable. This is probably one of my least favorite Tommy Jarvis of them all, but he's still a pretty entertaining one. The kills in this one are pretty cool, in my opinion. There's a lot I do love about this one. And, like, I love the characters. I love a decent amount of the kills in this. There's some great kills. But it does not make it high enough up on the list to beat my top 3. So, I'm not even going to cut the video. I'm just going to grab the next stack of my top 3. And like I said, Freddy vs. Jason is not involved with this. So starting off at number 3, this could be a hot take, but I hope a lot of you guys do agree with me on this one. That is actually Friday the 13th Killer Cut, the remake. This one is one of the best horror remakes of all time. I just think it's amazing. Like, Jason in this is cool. The characters in this are all cool. I wish we would have gotten a sequel for this reboot, and then we got to see Tommy Jarvis implanted into the story for this one. And now, the reason I do say that is because I have so many people who could play Tommy Jarvis. Speaking of, my number one choice for Tommy Jarvis, and this was the conversation I had on Letterboxd when I was commenting on someone's post, and like, it was actually Dean from Supernatural, since Sam, it's hard to pronounce their real names for me, and I can't remember them, but Sam and Dean, make Dean Tommy Jarvis, while Sam is the main character in this one, pretty much. So, all around, Friday the 13th Killer Cut. I really do love that one. And now, moving in to my number 2, and my Xbox is going off. But moving into my number 2, we actually have Jason Lives. I didn't remember much about this when I went into this one. Like, I could not remember anything. There's some I nitpicked when I was younger and watched a lot. So I have memories with some. This one I had like no memories with going into it. There's no nostalgia for me, and I give it a 5 out of 5. This one I thought was it kept me entertained the whole runtime. I always had something I loved about this one. And this one is another thing I love about this one. This is the only one that has kids at the camp. So, like, there's so much about this one that I really, really, really love. If Corey Feldman is not my favorite Tommy Jarvis, then this is my favorite Tommy Jarvis. It's a toss-up between these two. He played a great Tommy Jarvis, but for a kid Tommy Jarvis, Corey Feldman did amazing as. But this is just a fantastic movie in this franchise. And now, here's when I probably get some hate. Here's when this is the biggest hot take in all of Friday the 13th rankings. This is the biggest hot take you guys will ever see when it comes to these. And that's because I have Jason Takes Manhattan at number 1. Go ahead. Comment down below that my ranking is not correct. Go ahead. Comment down below that you guys do not like this one and I'm like, just don't have opinion. My opinions don't matter. Go ahead, comment that stuff, because I can kind of see that coming. If this video gets views, I see that coming. But I don't care. This is the one I'm the most fun watching. Yes, it's called Jason Takes Manhattan, which I don't agree with the title. So what? I enjoy the movie, but I do not like the title of how it talks about Manhattan, because he's only in Manhattan for like the last 15 minutes, and most of it ain't even Manhattan. It's some other, I think it was Canada or something where they filmed it. I can't remember. Could be wrong, but still, this one is my favorite. I have so much memories watching this with my dad, watching this with my brother, watching a group of friends, and they all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So just being able to see people enjoy this movie, the memories I have watching this with friends, family, and like all the sleepovers I had, we watched this one out of all of them. And gives off more memories, and this is the one I have the most fun rewatching. This has some of my favorite kills in the entire franchise as well, because I love the guitar kill. That was definitely a smash hit, by the way. I love the boxer kill, the acid kill. There's just so much I like about this movie. Yeah, it may have a terrible title knowing how it's on a cruise ship, but still, it's kind of cool to think about Jason on a cruise ship. That is a cool concept, in my opinion, and I don't care how much hate I get for saying this is the best one, because in my eyes, Jason Takes Manhattan is the best one. I cannot wait for its 40th anniversary steelbook, like part 1 and part 2, 3, and final chapter have, because this is one I'm definitely going to try and get as many copies of, the different copies, because this is one I love, and after rewatching it, it never changed. It's my favorite my whole life, and it's going to stay my favorite. Unless somehow they make another remake that tops this one, which don't see that happening, because this one will always and forever be my favorite. And this one I do have memories with. This is another reason it gets bumped up. If I didn't have memories with it, it might have been lower on this list. But I take into consideration how much fun I have with it. And those memories make this one exceed the expectations. And I don't care how much hate I get, but I really enjoyed this one. And yeah, that's pretty much my little ranking for the Friday the 13th franchise. I did tell you guys there's going to be a lot of hot takes in this franchise. And there definitely were a lot of hot takes. So hope you guys are a fan of hot takes, because that's pretty much what that is. But I'm going to quickly pause the video, put all these back in the box set, the Scream Factory box set, and then show everything off that I have for my Friday the 13th DVD Blu-ray collection, not like Funko Pops and other collectibles. Alright, so I got everything put back in the Scream Factory box set, but here is pretty much my small little stack of Friday the 13th DVDs and Blu-rays and Steelbooks. Plan on definitely growing this. I'm not trying to knock it over, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it like this. But I definitely plan on growing this collection because of the fact I really love this franchise, and I know I have a decent collection already as is, but I really want to try and get them all separately on Blu-ray with the box set, the steel books. Like, stupid as it may sound, I kind of want to double dip on a lot of the horror franchise. But yeah, sorry, that's a thumbnail. I try to make thumbnails in my videos now so they look more realistic. Mention that in all my videos, you guys will get used to it. But yeah, there you guys go. That is my Friday the 13th ranking. Hope you guys do not mind the hot takes, but if you guys do, go ahead, comment down below how you guys feel about my ranking and what your ranking is. And yeah, just thought I'd share a little fun time I had watching these movies this week. For the ranking tomorrow, as you guys are seeing this, it'll be today. But hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful Friday the 13th. And I'm just here to post on YouTube, have fun. But if you guys want to give me hate, give me hate. Because that's still supporting my channel. And I don't even care if you guys support my channel, honestly, because I'm just here to have fun. And yeah, I know this has nothing to do with the ranking video, but you guys see my ranking. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I'd love to get your feedback and what things you'd like to see me rank next, what things you'd like to see me watch. But yeah, what kind of content would you guys like to see from me that has to do with physical media? But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and Cringe Master out.